Remember the verse that we had seen yesterday. Pramado brahmanisthayam nagartavyam kadachana. At no time, under no circumstances, must you neglect being with yourself. In the beginning stages, it may appear that as though consciously you have to abide in yourself. There seems to be an effort. Ultimately, it must be effortless. All places, all times, in all conditions, you are being yourself, the awareness that you are. That is where a conscious perception, being aware of your thought at all times, help you tremendously. Just see this point. As to how effortless it is to be yourself, the awareness, the meditation. As you sit down here, just see it as it is. Don't try to understand, but see the picture as it is. As you sit down here, your ears are wide open. They report the sounds of various kinds. They don't produce any sound. My speech, the birds at a distance, are reported by your ears. Ears do not produce any sound. They report the sound. Also, the ears have no like or dislike. They report every sound. They don't resist the sound of a person, nor they crave for the sounds of the birds. Resistance and craving belongs to the listener, the I thought. I resists, I crave. Same thing at all levels of sense organs. Your eyes do not produce what they see. Eyes only report. Eyes do not crave for a sunrise or resist the fire. The eyes see. Eyes report. The I thought, the seer, who assumes the role of a seer, resists a sight or craves for a sight. Eyes do not assume a role at any kind, any time. Ears do not assume a role at any kind. A role cannot take a role. It's very peculiar in relation to I thought. I thought is a role. It's different from what it stands for. This I picks up so many roles. The eye is seer, the ears hearer, resists and craves. Same way within. As even eyes do not produce the sights that they report within, consciousness, the eye of the eyes, doesn't produce the thoughts that it reports. Memories flash in consciousness. Awareness doesn't resist or crave for a thought. The I thought who assumes the role of a thinker, knower, resists and craves. And this is by habit going on for the longest time. Not many are aware the distance between the name and what the name stands for. You are the nameless content. Your being, your existence, your being who you are, doesn't depend upon a name. As even because of the name rose, the flower doesn't exist. Because of the name mango, the fruit doesn't exist. Because they exist, a name is given. Because you are, you exist. A name is assumed, I. Who you are is a nameless content. By habit, we have lost ourselves in the name I. Since it has been there for a long time, there is every possibility of losing yourself in that I thought, craving, resisting, angry, jealous, frightened, upset, anxious, or thrilled sometime, excited, depressed. All these things can happen. That is why you consciously abide in yourself, being who you are. Pramada na kartabhya. Never you must allow the forgetfulness to take over. Never neglecting, no negligence in being yourself. At any time, any place, under any circumstances. Be the silence, awareness. Who you are is not a thought, not a name, not a memory of any kind. Just see that. Be that silence, awareness. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. When I started to chant, if you suddenly come back again, if you have a feeling like that inside, that means you are somewhere, forgetful and lost. If you are conscious, there shall be no sudden jerk or reaction. It's like the person who is absent-minded, walking on the road and doesn't see the vehicle that is coming towards him, and suddenly it appears, so he jumps, because he was not aware that the vehicle is reaching him. The vehicle doesn't come suddenly. It has already started long way. But the person, while walking on the road, is completely lost in himself. Suddenly comes face to face with a car and he jumps. Same way, when you are unconscious, you are sitting down here but unconscious, forgetful. So when a sound comes up, a temple bell rings at a distance, or a little noise comes from a distance, or I say Om, suddenly you come back with a jerk. You are not being conscious. When you are conscious, you are absolutely ready to receive any sensation from any kind. It's like sleeping for some time. When you are sleeping, somebody touches you, you get up with a jerk. When you're awake, when somebody touches you, you know what to do. You know somebody is waking you up. They're calling us, can you come here? You know that sound. But when you're asleep, you suddenly wake up because you are unconscious. So in your so-called meditation, you close your eyes, no doubt. But ask the question for yourself. Are you being conscious or you are unconscious? It is where to be in meditation is not to be forgetful. Like people try to say that way. 1 hour went, I didn't know. Yes, you don't have to know that. Time will pass because you are being with yourself, everything passes. But it's not that you are sleeping for half an hour, I don't know what is going on. You are totally conscious. Every sound. But there is no reactions inside. We listen to these stories that a man who is in Samadhi, an anthill comes over him, people cut his hand and go. He doesn't understand or feel anything. So you work for that type of absurd, miraculous situation. You are being yourself, being totally conscious, intense. That is why when you are with yourself and always in meditation, your perceptions are absolutely intense. You don't lose sight of anything. Absent-mindedness is not meditation. Forgetting something or being sleepy or asleep is not meditation. What is the idea? If you are sitting inside a car, just think, what is the idea? If you are sitting inside a car and sleeping there, you don't reach places, you don't use the car, you don't know the driving, and you are seated inside a car. Now, same way, if you sit down, sleeping inside this body, no thought, no intelligence, no achievement, no creativity, what type of life is that? That is not meditation, that is a programming for laziness, lethargy, wasteful living. You park the car and sleep inside. For what? You park the body and sleep inside. Meditation. You are sleeping 7-8 hours. So lying down and sleeping is sleep. Sitting down and sleeping is meditation, right? Just think, please. Lying down and wool gathering, going here and there, sleeping. Sitting down and doing it, meditation. Mental activity is same, whether you lie down or sit down. So, to be in meditation, when you are consciously sitting down, lying down, but in the beginning stage it's nice to sit down, because lying down and sleep are so much associated that until you are a real master, you know how to be yourself, the moment you lie down and close your eyes, you go to snore. That is why sit down, consciously observe. But not to be asleep inside. That is why if you sit down straight, you sit down straight. But you don't know you are already breathing. That is not meditation. Whatever posture you are in, you are in. You know it. You are conscious. With your eyes closed, you are as much in meditation. With eyes open, you are that much in meditation. Suppose with eyes closed, you feel nice. But with your eyes open, you feel more nice, relieved. Half an hour, suffocating. Meaning, you don't know what you are doing when you close your eyes. You are struggling inside. Why do you feel relieved when you open your eyes? Because you are struggling inside with your eyes closed. People are comfortable when the meditation session comes to an end. 1 hour I was sitting, one day I was looking at the wall. 7 days I was, when this prison will be over? Anyway I have paid myself for 7 days sitting. And after this 7 days sitting, up. Now as even the difficulties of a mountaineering becomes a pleasant memory 10 years after. The difficulties in 10 years, 10 days sitting looking at a wall becomes a very pleasant spiritual memory. But it's a wasteful time. You understand what I'm talking? Because it's very pleasant. Oh, I sat down 10 days, so what will you do? Are you conscious? Are you being yourself? That is why that line. Pramado brahmanisthayam kartavyam na kadachana. Please see. You see yourself. First you understand yourself who you are, then you sit down. Not that you sit down there to discover yourself. That is the difference. That is why exposing yourself to learning. Recognizing your nature, what it is. Aham padartha ahamade sakshi. Aham pada artha. You remember that statement. Aham pada artha. The meaning of the word I, ahamade sakshi, witness of the word I. The meaning of the word I is the witness of the word I. And every other word or thought. The meaning of the word silence accommodates, shelters its own name as well as other names and sounds. Do you get that point? Do you really feel it, see it? The meaning of the word silence accommodates its own name and all other names or sounds. Aham pada artha. The meaning of the word I, witness, sakshi, illumines every thought, including I thought. There is no ownership, no doership, no enjoyership, no struggle, no resistance, no craving. You are being yourself. That is why unconsciously, if there is a moment of craving, pain, anxiety, misery, unhappiness, restlessness, that means you have somewhere forgotten yourself for some time. Understand? It's just like when you are in a crowd. You are absolutely conscious, awake, and you are negotiating, very nicely negotiating. 1 man, 2%, 10%, 30%, doesn't matter. Oh, happily negotiating. Suppose you are miserable, you are, loaded, your mind is preoccupied. Such a big crowd. Oof, I shouldn't have come here today. Cheh, why did I choose today only? You understand that? Exactly like that. There is a crowd outside or inside. Negotiation is same. Certain days, when you are really conscious, so many thoughts of what? Oh, you pass through. Some other day, I don't know why this thought is coming. Because you are taking a role of yourself, resisting a thought. The ears listen to the sound. Ears don't crave or resist. Listener resists. I, the listener, I don't like this sound. Who says that? Ears? I love this sound. Who says that? Ears? No. So resisting a sound, you are already miserable. So if you are miserable, ahankara has come up. Can you be consciously miserable? You don't want, but there is an apasruti going on. You are in a place, somebody is singing totally out of tune. You can suffer it, and suffer it, consciously suffer it. An idiot, who is that fool singing like that? Because you know it is useless. Like in our batch, there was a student, and we were studying. A student, he was full nuts, full, 100% mad. He doesn't know singing, but he must sing. Oof, what a pain it was. I was reading a science fiction, not now, some 20 years back. In the science fiction, the man from the earth has gone to that planet. And there the punishment is that one of these residents of the planet will sing a song. That is the punishment. Because his singing is so terrible. That was his name was Bhogan, B-O-G-N, Bhogan. So it is Bhogan's poetry. When he sings, that is the torture. So when they have to, some people have to be put into the jail, then this fellow will be singing. The Bhogan's poetry. So this fellow was that Bhogan's poetry. When he starts singing bhajans, oh my God. So first day, you say, what a dear. Then suddenly you are now conscious, what rubbish. He said, okay, let him sing. Then what is? Now you happily suffer it. Okay, continue for 5 minutes. Because you are conscious. If unconsciously you are coming in, resistance builds up. So any time you are being miserable, any time you are anxious, you look at yourself, you have forgotten yourself, because I am no more the Brahman, the Absolute, which accommodates everything, but I am a listener and I don't listen this. Are you getting that? You lose sight of yourself and assume a role. A father only can cry for a son. A husband only can cry for a wife. A wife only can cry for a husband. Without that role, you cannot empathize. Without that role, you cannot get yourself involved with other things. Why is it whose son or father or husband dies, They cry, others don't cry. They don't assume that role. So the moment you lose yourself in that role, you can cry. So, to be wise man means never crying. No. You be yourself, then choose to cry as a son, as a daughter, mother, father, husband, wife, friend. Choose. But at no time, crying or misery overwhelms you. Laugh. But don't lose yourself in the laughter, where suddenly it may come to an end. Understand? That is why when you are in meditation, and you are always in meditation, because that is your nature, you are consciously living with everything at all times, all places, all conditions. For you, life is not full of moods, or there are thousands of moods, but you are not moody. Understand? You experience everything. But at no time you lose sight of yourself. That is why when you sit down in meditation consciously, you see so many thoughts may pass, so many perceptions, sounds, touches, or any type of smell or anything can reach you from outside. Bahihi. From outside, anything can reach you. From inside, your own memories can flash. But these outside touches or inside memories are all in consciousness. Consciousness, inside, outside, all sides. Antar vahishyatat sarvam vyapya narayana stitah. Pervading within and without, that which is existing, we want to call it Narayana. Sasiva, Saharish, Indra, they call it Shiva, Hari, Indra, anything you like. That is yourself, that is God in you, Ishvara. So every moment your living is in meditation. Every moment your living is a worship. This is divinity, where nothing called mundane stands apart. Everything is divine. Everything is meditation. So please see that in life. If you think your life is compartmentalized means 1 hour on meditating, I am meditation. Other times agitation. You are useless. That is why many people, very spiritual in temple, totally rascals outside. In the morning he comes in the shop, oh, very spiritual. Next moment, cut the throat. Whoever comes, cheat them outright. Why? God is looking, So first please the God. Ignore. Close your eyes and sit down. Are you getting that? You put the God's picture. Why? What type of picture? Who is eyes closed. Don't see God. Are you getting that? The priest who worships, what does he do? Whom does he worship? God or the visitors? If visitor throws 100 rupees, God's worship is elaborate. Visitor says 2 rupees, God doesn't get any attention. So whom is he worshipping? Are you getting that point, please? There are jokes. There are beautiful jokes. That is why when you understand these things, your pujate vishayopabhoga rachana. O Lord, te puja vishaya upabhoga rachana. Everything that I experience is your worship. Nidra samadhi sthitihi. My sleep is samadhi. Sanchara padayo pradakshina vidhi. Stotrani sarvagiraha. My foot, wherever they go, that is your circumambulation. It's everywhere you alone existing, O Lord. Stotrani sarvagiraha. Whatever is spoken, that is the prayer. Yadyat karma karomi. Whatever little action passes through this, is Shambho Tavaradhanam. Every action is worship. Every perception, meditation. That is how you see. Okay? Sarva avastasu sarvada. All times, all places, all conditions. In that, never, ever neglect. It must be continuous. And it is something, not a job to do. Listen carefully. I told you again and again, it's not a job to do. If your meditation is a job, you will be tired, exhausted. Being silent is a job. Being silence is not a job. Being silent meaning you are forcing yourself to be quiet. That is why you get tired. How long can I keep quiet? True. Because are you getting that? Keeping quiet, keeping quiet is a job. Don't talk for next 2 hours. 1 hour. I don't know. You are not supposed to talk. You are already getting boiled up inside because not talking is a job. Suppose you enjoy silence, you are the silence. Don't talk. When did I ever talk? As comfortable speaking, that comfortable not speaking. As comfortable closing your eyes, that comfortable opening your eyes. Open the eye does not mean meditation comes to an end. Are you getting that point? When you open the eyes, it doesn't mean meditation comes to an end. When I close the eyes, meditation begins. And now meditation class comes to an end. So let's go. Let's go do what? Talk whatever I want. Most people do that. Morning, half an hour meditation class in ashrams or anywhere. After that what? Do whatever you want. I see. Eyes closed, you are with yourself. Eyes open, you continue to be with yourself. You close your eyes, to cut off yourself from every other perceptions and consciously being with yourself. But the presence of a thought doesn't prevent you from being yourself. Now once you are set there, you go out. Take that example, okay? Take that example. In the beginning of the day, before you step out of your room, if you are an organized person, first you fix your room, right or wrong? On a Sunday morning, when you wake up a little leisurely, you don't open the main gate for a long time. Especially in Western countries, they do that. Everybody's houses are closed. Each one is inside the room. They get up, clean up everything, look at what things they have, they don't have. They make a list of things. 11 o'clock for the first time, main door will open. Why? Shopping. Until that, bathroom clean, bedroom organized, kitchen thing is, little breakfast, everything as it is. Very organized people. I don't see it in our country. In India, we don't see that because everything is fine. Nothing is ever organized. You go to, as a sample, you can go to rooms. Go to rooms, you shall see. The children who are trained how to keep their rooms, they will keep it in one way. Children who are not trained how to keep it, book is there, one shirt is hanging there. Just suddenly go to a room, you will know what it is. The book is here, everything is here and there. If the book comes out of the shelf, it stays there. If the dress comes out of the cupboard, it stays there. Some people are that lazy, even they open the toothpaste cap also, remove permanently. That is here, it is here. Then it is lost one day. Then we are traveling, all the toothpaste is out. Then what? New toothpaste. Rich, They organize it before they open the door, 11 o'clock. Everything is inside. Same thing. Can you do? The moment you wake up in the morning, you wake up. Listen, you wake up, but don't open your eyes. Fix up. What are the things to be done for the whole day? A thought comes up. Morning this is, afternoon, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. All right, today we shall go there, take this body there, take this, do this, do this. Always conscious. Then open your eyes, still conscious. Are you kidding? It's just like a living. But we think meditation means I must be thinking of Krishna with a flute. Right? Somebody says, if shall I concentrate on a light? How you going to do? There's nothing wrong, but for what? Then the person takes a credit. I can look at the light for half an hour. And I'm total darkness. That's not meditation. There's some type of concentration. The difference between a concentration and meditation. Concentrate, you can concentrate on a light, on a point, on a moon or a star. That is why you can see people. They're top class archers, but very restless. They drink. Top athletes, because concentration is tremendous. But they can't handle their thoughts. They become alcoholics, drug addicts, drunk, divorced, destroyed. Why? Can't deal with anything. But they can deal with archery, top class. Such concentration, if they use that thing, it will hit the apple on the head, but not the head. Tremendous person. The person who is going in a motorbike racing, 250 kilometers speed, you think he's an idiot? His concentration level is very high. Meditation is nil. Formula 1 car who is driving, 300 kilometers per hour is going. 30, 40 cars negotiating on the bend. Wow, what mind it must be. A person who is flying a F-16. What a pilot. What a brain. What a response. How the quickness of response is amazing. Because with a split second response, if you delayed, boom, it will go, destroyed. Because when the plane is on Mach 2, Mach 3, Mach 4, 4 times faster than the sound, 3 times, 2 times faster than the sound, it moves. Can you take a late decision? In 1 second, 10 kilometer, boom, it goes. So what concentration? Amazing. Meditation? Zero. He comes back and gets so angry with people. A situation can upset him just like that. Right? There are some people, situations don't affect me. Why? Useless, incompetent. Neither concentration nor meditation. These fellows are the so-called religious person. I don't do anything. No. You must be tremendously active, understand. Who is a master? The master is not the one who is seated on the car. Who is a master? Ace driver. Ace driver is not one who is seated on the car and the car is not moving. The ace driver is who is moving with the car. Hundreds of kilometers per hour, but never touches anybody. Bumper to bumper traffic, but never touches the next car. Ace driver. Or 300 kilometers speed, absolute control. So you can drive absolutely slow, you can go top speed. But there is no clashing, no crashing. Same thing. Sitting down in meditation doesn't mean closing the eye. Whole day, what are you doing? Meditating. What? Meditating is not an action. Do you understand what I am talking? That is where the so-called spiritual people have gone absolute bunkers. What are you doing? Meditating. What is meditating? Can you tell people what are you doing? Being alive. Can you say being alive, is it a job? Come on, take that statement. Being alive, is it a job? What are you doing? Bonsuji. I'm being alive. Being alive? Being alive is a job. Being alive is a fact. You are alive. Working is a something. Are you getting that? What are you doing? I'm going to a mountain, cultivating a land, reaching a place, driving a car, taking care of a hospital or organization or school or college. That is something. What are you doing? I'm being alive. It's like that. What are you doing? Meditating. Hey, meditating is not a job. As when being alive is yourself. Being meditation is yourself. Are you getting that point, please? So, meditation is not some type of a job. What are you doing? I'm meditating. Meditating. That's not a doing. Meditation is not a doing. Meditation is your being, always with yourself. Thinking. What are you doing? I'm thinking of writing a note, thinking of writing an article, thinking of producing a movie, thinking of organizing something. Oh, that is something. That is something doing. Meditating. That is where the spiritual, so-called spiritual person becomes totally unproductive, useless. So, please see it for yourself. As even before you step out of the room, you already fix your house. See what are things needed, not needed, make a list, then step out. Then come back. When you step out, why do you step out of your house? To stay there forever, huh? You step out just to bring things. You bring things from outside, but you step in back again to live your life in the house. Are you getting that? Same way. You step out through your eyes, sense organs, to collect memories, to live your life inside. Are you getting that point? Do you understand that? The picture clearly. You step out. We go to school, pick up information. Study, pick up information. And where are you processing those information? You are not processing the information inside, outside. You are processing the information inside. You bring everything, keep it in your room. Inside the house you are living. Just that imagery is beautiful. Are you getting that? Beautiful imagery. So you process all your thoughts inside. And at no time you lose sight of yourself. So this is pramada, okay? That's very, very clearly you must see this, where he says, read it. Verse number 321. Pramado brahmanishtayam na kartavya kadachana pramado mrityurityaha bhagavan brahmana sutaha pramado brahmanishtayam na kartavya kadachana pramado mrityumityaha bhagavan brahmana sutaha. So did you write down this? Write down in your room and put it up, paste it up in a place. This is the most important line. Brahmanishtayam kadachana pramada na kartavya. At no time must you neglect. It is just like your health. Just think of it. It's just like your health. When you are diabetic, just think an example. You are on the fatter side, diabetic. What shall the doctor say? Don't ever mess around with your food habit. Be very conscious. Don't eat extra sugar. If I do, what will happen? Only you will die. Doctor, what will happen, doctor? Nothing. Nobody tells you not to eat. Listen carefully. By chance you have a disease, that time nobody tells you not to eat. You must know how much to eat, what to eat. A very simple example you can take. Same thing. To be spiritual, to be meditative does not mean not to see, not to hear, not to taste, not to touch, not to smell, not to experience, not to do anything. Which is how popular perception is and people talk about. What are you doing nowadays? I am spiritual, meditating. I don't do anything. What? must learn how to do. Because if you do not act in life, your sustenance also not possible. Beautifully Bhagavan says in Gita, Sarira yatra pichatena prasiddhyet akarmana. Hey Arjuna, when you see Bhagavad Gita, when you take later on, you will take the text, you will see that. Akarmana, the person who doesn't act, Sarira yatra pina prasiddhyet. The sustenance of the body itself will not be possible. To keep yourself alive, you have to act on in life. No choice. Therefore, must learn how to be active, not to be active. And you cannot remain inactive also. Body being what it is, chalanatmika kriya. Any movement is action. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. Krishna, again in Gita he says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. Indeed, one who is sporting a body, nahi dehavruta sakyam tektum karmani asesata. So many lines, so many times. As long as you are sporting a body, you cannot remain without action. His body, just being what it is, allow it to sit down 3 hours, it will be hungry. You have to get up and bring your food. What will happen? What will you do? Where from food will come? I am spiritual, other people will feed me. So everybody has to be active for you to be spiritual. What a waste. Nothing wrong if somebody gives you food, but you live your life of contemplation so that you give them certain ideas. All these things you have seen already. Think. You have no business to be lazy, lethargic. Are you getting that point, please? Because somewhere, idea should not get into your head. Understand? The idea should not get into your head that to be spiritual, to be in meditation, I don't have to do anything. No. How nicely Krishna says, Partha nasti me kartavyam trishilokesh kinchana. Hey Arjuna, I have nothing to do in the 3 world. Nana vaptam vaptavyam. There is nothing to be gained. Because already I have gained everything. Vartayeva cha karmani. I continue to act on in life. Why? Yadiyaham navarteyam jatu karmani atandrita. If I do not engage myself tirelessly, ceaselessly, non-stop activity, mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasya. Hey partha, manushyaha mama vartmanu vartante. They shall look up to me and follow me. What? He is not acting. Krishna is wise, he is not acting. Therefore, let me not act, then I will be wise. That is the wrong conclusion. A wise one may choose to act or not to act. Listen carefully. Not acting, you don't become wise, or acting, you don't become wise. Understand? A lawyer puts on a black gown. But putting on a black gown, you don't become a lawyer. A sadhu may put on a ochre cloth. But putting on an ochre cloth, somebody doesn't become a sadhu. A military person puts on a military uniform. Putting on a military uniform, you may be a terrorist hiding inside. Activity, understand. A person can be wise and can choose to act. But just because you are active, you are not wise. Or just because you are inactive, you are not wise. That's why know yourself. And choose to be active for others' sake. You can choose to be inactive also, but inactivity will send a wrong message. Understand? This is such a responsibility comes with this wisdom. That is why in the name of spirituality, when you see lazy, lethargic, unproductive people simply sitting down doing nothing and cheating around, it becomes a disaster. If you are a person, a man of understanding, you should be active 25 hours out of 24. Why? Even if he is totally active, he is absolutely restful. That is the point. Like a person. Are you an honest person? Yes. Never committed theft? Never. Why? Never got a chance. That is not honesty. Honesty is, did you ever commit theft? Never. Did you get chance? Millions. Then you are somebody. I got a chance to commit theft, but I did not. Right. I am very restful. Why? Because I don't do anything. Other people are taking, I am a burden on everybody. Another person, I am very restful, even when I am active 24 hours. The ace driver is one who keeps a moving car under control. The ace driver is not who is seated on a car. Are you getting that point, please? The ace driver is not the one who seated on a car, parked car. One who moves 300 kilometers per hour, Formula 1. But never meets with an accident. Wise man is like that. Tremendously active. 24 hours, 365 days. Never tired, exhausted, emotionally affected, overwhelming moods, never. Always at rest with himself. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita again, Dukkeshu anudvignavana, Sukheshu vigata spruha, Vita raga bhaya krodha, Stitadhir muniruchyate. You call him Muni, not Mudi. Remember that. Stitadhi. Dhi stita. Mind abides in himself. Such a person, tremendously active. Dukkheshu anudvignavana. Dukkha prapaka ghatanasu anudvigna. There shall be situations in life which can cause anxiety, but he has no anxiety. Dukkheshu anudvignavana. Dukkha will come. You cannot escape. You can be Krishna, you can be Rama. You would have disasters around you. Their lives were not bed of roses. Incarnations. But what a heavy problem, Rama, 14 years wasting time inside that forest. Situations to deal with a mother like that, Kaikeyi, Manthara. So many different types of situations in life. Krishna, from the moment he was born, headache. From the moment he was born in the prison, he has to be transported from one place to another place. And a small baby growing up, the loving uncle sending all gifts of Rakshasas, demons. Grown up, young man, identifying the problems of Pandavas. The whole life is full of problems. But inside there is music. The flute is never lost sight of. Dance is there, music is there, everything is going there. Understand? Renunciation is not the hallmark of wisdom. Involvement, engagement. You renounce inside. Are you getting that? Not renounce physically. What can you give up physically? Come on, tell me. Can you give up physically anything? Physically, nothing is yours to be given up. Try. Tell me physically which is yours. How, Swamiji, my body is mine, you know. Oh, I see. If I take a case, go to a court. Prove that this body is yours. You will have a tough time. If you are below 18, father has to decide where this body should be there, mother has to decide, or court has to decide whether the below 18 fellow will go with mummy or papa, right? It's not your body yet. Think. And this physical body is claimed by everybody. Mother says it is mine because she has given a little. Father says it's mine because it's my son, my son. Okay? Just listen. The cow also says mine because cow has contributed milk towards it. The government says it is mine. It can conscript you for the army. If you don't go, you will be punished. Your body, but you can't keep it wherever you want. You get married, husband says it is mine, wife says it is mine. You get a job, the office people say it is mine for 10 hours. Between 9 to 5, if you want to take your body anywhere, take their permission. It's your body, but you can't go away. Are you getting that point, please? How it is. And then, of course, the vulture is flying high in the sky looking at you. Why? Your food packet going. As long as you are vertical, it's flying there. Once you are horizontal, it lands and eats it. Because his food packet. And all these vegetable kingdom, they are so generously giving you food. Why? Then the fatter you are, bigger packet of manure for them. More fat, more manure. So whose it is? And try to commit suicide. And like many things you didn't succeed, somehow you did not die also. You will be in the jail. Your national property you are wasting. Your own body you can't kill it. So whose body is this? Yours, sir? You find yourself for some time. Not only the fellow is so stupid to think this body is me, not mine, at least mine something, me. Not only body is me, but also my wife, my husband, my child, my friend, my everybody, mine. My house, my car, mine. It's not my house. House is me. One nail on the house, right? Somebody scratches your car, you feel a scratch on your body. See the identification. Understand? Situations will come in life where there will be dukkha, discomfort. Krishna, Rama could not escape. Where is the question of your escaping? Sukheshu vigata spruha. And there also will be situations very comforting, very happy situations, comfortable situations. Vigata spruha, no spruha. Spruha means no more thirst to perpetuate, continue. Vitaraga bhaya krodha, such a person, no raga, no bhaya, no krodha, we shall see that, there is no desire to bring an end to something or to perpetuate. It comes. You are absolutely settled with yourself. So living life does not mean being dead. You are alive to every situation, but unaffected. That is why this line. So may you do it. Brahmanishtayam pramadahana kartabhya. In fact, that is the ultimate principle of living. Being yourself. Then live with the mind, live with the body, live with the world. Like as a driver, you are not drunk. You want to enjoy the drive through this universe? Listen carefully. You want to enjoy this drive through this creation? The creation is already existing. Just take an example. The creation is already existing. The roads are made. You find yourself with a car. Go for a sightseeing driving. And in order to go for a long drive for sightseeing, the car must be in a good condition. The driver must be sane, not insane, inebriated, drunk. Exactly the same way. In this highway of life, you have found yourself with a body vehicle. In the body vehicle is seated a rathi, charioteer, I. it must not be drunk. Who is a drunken driver? Doesn't know where he's going. Doesn't know his identity. You are fully drunk, get into the car. Where shall you go? Nearest pit. A drunken driver is not aware of his identity. I, who is not aware of his own identity, who doesn't know about himself, koham, doesn't know. Therefore, this vehicle goes crazy. Sometimes father uses it, sometimes brother uses it, sometimes officer uses it, sometimes friend uses it, sometimes rich man uses it, sometimes frustrated man uses it. Are you getting that point? The same body. Who is using it? Are you getting that point, please? The same body, who is using? I am hungry. Not only I am hungry, listen. I am hungry, there are two types of hunger. I am hungry for food, I am hungry for a particular food. Are you getting that point, please? There are two types of hunger. I am hungry. Is there a particular food which takes your hunger out? Or any food will do? Any food will do. Because any food can take your hunger. So, do you eat any food or you are hungry for a particular food? If you are hungry, any food will solve your problem. If I am hungry for a particular food, you are dreaming of dosa, idli, vadai. Oh, it will be so nice. The weather is so nice. Vadai. It will be so nice. You go to the kitchen, pongal. No idli, no vadai, no idli. Do you eat or not eat? You eat. Hunger goes. Unhappiness continues. Why? Hunger for that food did not go. Are you getting that point? Why people are miserable? When you are inside a house, are you protected for rain or no? You are protected, but unhappy. Why? Seafront house is not there. Lakefront house is not there. 1 bedroom only. 5 bedroom house is not there. So you are you getting that point? Always there are two types of hunger. Hungry, you are hungry for your body to be alive. Another one is hungry for something. Hunger, satisfied which you will be there will be sustenance. Another type of hunger is for happiness. I want laddu, chocolate, right? I want to marry, and I want to marry a particular person. Think, I want to marry. When you want to marry, a boy or a girl will do, not a goat or a cat, right? A boy or a girl, a man or a woman. It's fine. No, particular man. Particular woman. Then I am married, but not very happy. Why? I am thinking of her, thinking of him only. Crazy, totally unhappy. I am having a car, but dreaming of another car. Having a job, but dreaming of another job. How you can go crazy? Think, just think. Tomorrow onwards, everybody will go crazy. Those who are gazette owners. Tomorrow is 11th. Yes, 11th, not tomorrow? Tomorrow the iPhone is coming. iPhone with iPod, and it's getting released in Australia. So in 8-9 countries, first 10-15 countries only, so that the rest of the world goes crazy. And after 1 month, other places will go. Amazing phone. Now what happens? Already you hate your phone. The phone that you have, you are already hating it. Useless phone, no features, nothing. Tomorrow talk only, and is going on. No memory, no photograph, no nothing. But he has told you anything. Not only that, you put it up, it will tell you where you are standing in this earth. GPRS, satellite picture. You don't need any direction anymore. You will not lose your direction. You are traveling in a car, just put your name, where you are and where you want to go. The map will come, it will go. The whole global map is there. So you will never be lost anywhere on the earth. Now when this gadget has come, now will you be happy with your gadget? So hunger of two kinds. I don't have something is one thing. I don't have a particular something. I don't have a hand. It's worth crying because you don't have a hand, you should have a hand. But my hand is, not like beautiful, it's like a like this. Or my fingers are not very long. I want long fingers, but I would only stop for a finger. I hate my finger. Yes. What do you do? What do you do to people? Drunk inside. A drunken man, how does he drive? Always accident. Full of misery. Living means misery. That's why the drunken fellow kills himself. People commit suicide. Or the fellow says, renunciate. I am renouncing everything, and goes into a forest and disturbs the trees and the animals. No. Learning to be yourself. Consciously. Using your thoughts, I thought, your body, your sense organ, and the whole creation. And the living becomes a lovely sightseeing for a certain time. And the body drops out, your journey comes to an end. Creation continues. Okay, I've been told this, we shall see now. Read the next verse, we'll see later on, okay? न प्रमादादनर्थोऽन्यः ज्ञानिनः स्वस्वरूपतः ततो मोहस्ततोऽहं धीः ततो बन्धस्ततो व्यथा विषयाभिमुखं दृष्ट्वा विद्वांसमपि विस्मृतिः विक्षेपयति धीदोषैः योषाजारमिव प्रियम् न प्रमादादनर्थोऽन्यः ज्ञानिनः स्वस्वरूपतः ततो मोहस्ततोऽहं धीः ततो बन्धस्ततो व्यथा विषयाभिमुखं दृष्ट्वा विद्वांसमपि विस्मृतिः विक्षेपयति धीर्दोषैः योषाजारमिव प्रियम्. So, remember that language again. Pramada brahmanishtayam na kartavya. Therefore, at no time you should ever neglect being yourself. All the time be yourself, and that is not a job, something to be done. That is your nature. I told you that example. If watching is a job, you become a watchman, you get tired. Watching your thought, if it's a job, you become tired, exhausted. You are not watching. You are the watchfulness, consciousness. If you assume the role of a watching the thought, you'll be a watchman, you'll be tired, exhausted. But the watchfulness, consciousness, that is what you are at all times. In that, na pramadad anartho anyah jnanina swaswarupatah. Swaswarupatah jnanina pramadat no artha anya anartha. Jnanina, for the wise man, there is no anya anartha, there is no other impediment, no other obstacle, no other distraction except swaswarupatah pramada. Forgetting yourself. Except forgetting one's own self, the wise man has no other obstacle. Please see how it is. If I am an ignorant person, ignorant person, billions and billions of ignorant people, now I am acting ignorant, okay? I am an ignorant man, and I say, flower is my happiness. This flower is my happiness. You look at it, how do I feel? I'll gouge your eyes. Don't look at my flower. Take it away. I'll shoot you down. And by chance it is faded and gone. God only unjust. He took out the flower. Why? Because this is my happiness. Are you getting that point, please? This is my happiness. So whoever touches it, snatches it, takes it, it fades away. Anything happens to this flower, I go crazy. And how many such objects are there for average, ordinary, ignorant man's life? What is your happiness? This sound, that touch, this taste, that sight, this smell, that man, this woman, that thing, this house, this car. Habba! In hundreds of different things, you have liberally distributed your happiness, your dependence on object for happiness. So anything is touched, you are burnt. Are you getting that point? Anything is touched. You touch my ornament, I shoot you. You touch my son or father or brother, I shoot you. You touch my job, I'll destroy you. You try to take my house, and every time you feel that people are ganging up against to take everything away from you, including God also, snatching. So you think you are a helpless adversary. Are you getting? You are a helpless person, and the creation is your adversary. The creation is your enemy. Everybody is your enemy because everybody wants to snatch away everything I have. Even this poor body, time is snatching it, aging away. Now I can't walk. I can see. I can, then it's all pulling down. I'm getting old. So you are angry and frustrated with everybody in this world. Why? Because you think you have liberally distributed your dependence on millions of things for your happiness. So anything is gone, you are affected. Are you getting that point, please? Seeing the picture clearly. Why do you get angry? Because you have organized certain thing in a particular way. Somebody disturbs the arrangement. You know, friends, none of your arrangement is foolproof. None of your arrangement is foolproof. Time always pushes it a little. You organize everything, suddenly man is gone, dead. Currency has fallen. Gold price has gone up. You thought your daughter's marriage is over, everything is fine, and daughter is divorced. The sun is gone. You thought you have organized everything. Somebody somewhere comes and claims that the half of the house is his, because his name was there, you didn't see it in the pata, land documents. Just think. When you think you have settled down very nicely, time comes and pushes it a little. Naughty child. So anything that is touched, how do you feel? Affected. Wise one who knows. No more he imposes happiness on the object. Anandoham, I am the happiness absolute. And what will be his difficulty, obstacle? Only one thing, forgetting that I am the Ananda. Are you getting that point? Nothing else. You can take away his house, take away his car, take away things. If these things lost, nothing is lost. It's gone. Anyway, it is going to go. You forget yourself. That is why for the wise person, jnanina swaswarupatah pramadat anya anartha nasti. For the person who is wise, meaning if you have exposed yourself to this learning and are aware that what I want in life is myself, I want happiness, I am the happiness itself, forgetfulness of yourself is the greatest obstacle. There is no other obstacle. Are you getting that point, please? If you are still worried about the absence of the object, you can be worried, but you are not worried miserable. Are you getting that point, please? It's not that because you are a wise man, so I have kept my watch here, gone. Oh, watch is gone, that's good. So everything is taken away, your car is taken, bus is taken, everything is taken. Oh, it's very good. Are you nuts? No. As far as possible, what belongs to me must be with me. But by chance it is gone. What do you do? Like the telephone. Few years back, I had lost my telephone. Inside that, everything was there. Gone. Now what do you do? He lost his telephone. You can lose your passport. You can lose your passport. Anybody deliberately losing the passport? Unless you want to stay in that country. Like people come to India, tear up and throw it away and stay there. Yesterday in newspaper it has come, 4,000 people are staying in Tamil Nadu without proper visa and anything. So government is going heavily on it now. 4,000. 2,000 of them are Sri Lankans. Other 2,000, like people come. People come from, suppose, Indian-looking people come from West Indies, Fiji, Mauritius. They come, tear it up, the whole thing, and sit down and go somewhere. You lose yourself. There are only 1 billion people in India. Very difficult to get yourself lost. So they just do that and they lose themselves. And the system is there is no identity card, no nothing. And if you are a sadhu, nobody will ask you an identity card also. Anyway, nobody wants to lose an important document by itself, but you lose. It happens. Anybody wants to be sick? I don't know, Swamiji, what has happened. Last 30 years I am healthy. No sickness comes, I don't know what to do. Anybody says like that? You don't say, but it comes. You lose things in life. You cannot escape losing. Not only things, but also your own health. Is there anybody who is dying of good health? One fellow went to the hospital and the doctor took the test. Sir, your blood pressure is fine, your sugar is fine, your everything is fine. He said, doctor, do you mean to say I am dying of good health? Someday it will go crazy. So even if it goes, when you are aware of yourself, everything is beautiful. Pramada, that's why, for the wise person, when exposed to this knowledge, only suffering in life, if you can call it a suffering, forgetfulness. If you don't forget yourself, thereafter everything as it is beautiful. Why the ignorant man's misery is so elaborate? Because when you depend on thousands of things for your happiness, anything going can give you misery. That is why you are perpetually miserable. Because sometimes something happens in family, you are miserable, business miserable, house miserable, body miserable, children, something happens, children miserable. Are you getting that? So because anything anywhere happens makes you miserable. Whereas in case of the wisdom, there is only one source of misery. Which is that? Forgetfulness of yourself. So the moment you forget, you are miserable. Or whenever you are miserable, you have forgotten yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Whenever you are miserable, you have forgotten yourself. So that time, instead of finding out the cause of your misery somewhere, first you challenge yourself. Are you getting that point? No more you try to find out the cause of your unhappiness, not in what somebody said. Why did I react? That is the wise ones looking at it. That something is gone. Gone. Why am I reacting? I am the happiness itself. Who I am. One day, it's a Zen story, and there is a Zen master, and a person comes and approaches him, and is like a professor, and he is a holy man, self-proclaimed holy man. Then he said, he comes on, prostrates to the master, then talks about himself. I am a professor, I have learned all these things. He listens. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't eat fish. Japanese, Chinese, Zen thing. Then the master says, what type of man you are? You don't eat fish. You don't drink anything. You don't move with men or women. What type of person you are? I said, stupid. Imagine you are talking of professing your holiness, and the so-called holy man says you are stupid. How do you feel? Terrible. So the man, he said, what do you mean by just because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't eat all these things, you mean to say I am not a human being? Then who am I? He said, you are the truth. Are you getting that? It completely switches off. Then who am I? You are the truth. So don't be proud that you are not eating this or not doing this. Because you are the truth itself. Now tell me, a habit is great or the truth is great? So the person is so proud of his vegetarianism, the person is so proud of his chanting or singing or dancing, the person is so proud of his wealth or humility or something, that he refuses to be himself. You understand, the pride can come in so many colors. Ahankar, that is why the I thought. So smart. I'm a holy man. I'm a holy man. How can somebody talk to me like that? Oh, so you are a holy man, huh? You are not Brahman. You understand how unconsciously it can get into you? Please appreciate. I am the local rich man and this fellow doesn't recognize me. Oh, you are a rich man. You are not the truth. You understand? I am a renunciate. I have given up everything. If you don't give me coffee, you think I am going to get upset? I have renounced everything. Coffee doesn't matter to me. So arrogant. Holiness becomes such a hollowness. Holiness brings such a hollowness. We are so proud. arrogant and stupid. You lose sight of yourself. That is why pramada. For the wise person, there is no other reason for suffering except forgetfulness. So if any time you suffer, understand you have forgotten yourself. Sometimes I feel, very insulted, humiliated, because he told me this, that I am an idiot. Why are you suffering? Are you sure of yourself that you are the Brahman absolute? Yes. Then how does it matter if the fellow says you are limited? What is more important? Who you are or what somebody says about you? Come on. What is more important? Who you are is more important or what somebody says about you is important? Huh? Who you are. Then, if you are feeling offended, what does it mean? You know what is your own estimation of yourself. You know you are an idiot. That's why you feel touched, challenged. Because you know you are an idiot. That is why you can feel flattered. Because you are an idiot, you can feel flattered. Whoever can say, sir, nobody like you. What you are doing, oh, nobody will do. You are the best man. So you feel flattered because you are an idiot. You don't know who you are. If you are aware of yourself, you are neither falling for flattery, nor you are falling for the so-called negative descriptions. It means nothing to you. Why? You are yourself. So pramada, this is a fantastic line. There is no other suffering for the wise man except forgetting himself. Tataha. If I forget, what will happen? This will happen. Tato moha. If you forget yourself, there shall come moha. Moha means your delusion. That is, when you forget yourself, immediately the delusion catches you. Because from the Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahman, absolute, you come to the level of, I am an ordinary person, or whatever somebody tells you. Ignorant, arrogant, idiot, whatever they say, then you fall into that. Tato moha. Then, tato ahamdi. Once the delusion sets in, where you forget yourself, tata ahamdi, ahankara comes in. That is where you heavily react. How can you say like that? How did he do like that? Oh boy, how angry you are. Ahamdi, ahankara comes in. Tato bandha, ahankara is the bondage. Now suddenly, you become a prisoner of your own thought. A prisoner. Ahankar, ahamdi. Tato vyatha. And when this ahankara comes in, vyatha, pain, anxiety, misery comes in life. That is why when you see people perpetually miserable, what does it mean? I am such a useless fellow, I don't know what to do, I am so unhappy, and this has happened to me. The fellow is, who is talking that? Perpetual misery. If you are aware of yourself, perpetual happiness. Undisturbed, undivided. Bliss, bliss, bliss. Always blissful. Blissfully miserable. You can be blissfully uncomfortable. Just because you are blissful, the heat will not be cool to you. Don't be stupid. Terrible hot Tamil Nadu and this place where Tiruvannamalai, ayyo Agni Kshetram. Terribly hot. Yes, very happy, comfortable with yourself. Happy with yourself, but happily uncomfortable in the midday sun. Happily comfortable in the evening breeze. But happy. That nobody takes away. But when you forget yourself, unhappiness catches over. I am unhappy. Therefore, morning unhappy, midday unhappy, midnight unhappy, happy, unhappy with the breakfast, unhappy with the lunch, unhappy with the dinner. Why you are unhappy? Are you getting that? How? You must see it clearly. When you discover that, you are happy with yourself, then happy father, happy mother, happy husband, happy wife, happy child, everything happy. But suppose your happiness depends upon, if my son behaves like that, I am happy. Son goes crazy, you are crazy. My happiness depends upon my job. Job goes, happiness goes. So when that happiness goes, we are unhappy, then what happens? Unhappy father, unhappy mother, unhappy friend, unhappy husband, unhappy wife, unhappy, miserable all the time. You can't say, I understand the truth and I am very miserable. You must be nuts. You can be happily miserable. That I can take. But you can't be miserably happy. Miserably happy, miserably unhappy. There are some people, ignorant person is always miserable, but sometimes miserably little happy also. But the misery is inside. That is why happiness comes and goes. Wise man, happiness inside. Misery comes and goes. It's a huge difference in attitude. Okay? So when you, the tato vyatha, why this vyatha? Vishayabhimukham društva vidvansamapi vismruti vikshepayati dhidoshaihi yoshajaramiva priyam. Beautiful example he gives. Vishaya abhimukham društva. So when there is thus your forgetfulness is there, you forget yourself, ahankara, and now the ahankara now starts dwelling upon the object. What will make me happy? Either indulgence or renunciation. Getting something or getting rid of something. Vishaya abhimukha. When you are thus losing yourself in sense object, vidvansamapi vismruti. Even if you are a wise one, unconscious forgetfulness has taken over. In any moment of unhappiness, you have forgotten yourself. That time, understand, that time, if you point it out to him, hey, you are getting hungry, you are miserable, you are forgetting yourself. That time what the ahankara will say? I know what I am doing. Don't have to tell me that. I know what I am doing. I see. If you know what you are doing, why are you so upset? If you tell him that, I am not upset, the fellow doesn't even understand. The person doesn't even understand that he is upset, he doesn't understand he is upset. He is angry, he doesn't understand he is angry. That is the time, that is why to such people you don't say anything. Leave them alone for half an hour or 1 hour. When they cool down, because when you cool down, you know where you were, and therefore you now know where you are. Then you start repenting. I should not have done that. But you don't have the courage to go and admit it. You made a mistake. You punish the other person. Now you find out you have committed the mistake, but you don't have the courage. Why? Ahankar never likes to be exposed. Because ahankar is exposed. Are you getting that point? When the ahankar is exposed, then you are providing a chance to other people to remind you every day, did you not do this? Did you not do this? Did you not do this? You don't want to be told. He's so, you understand, he's so crafty. But suppose, long before somebody points it out to you, go and point out. You literally trick your own ahankar. I thought, hey, I am sorry, I should not have said that. You don't know what you are doing. You are doing the best thing. Why? You will no more be afraid of exposing yourself. If you have a mistake, I made a mistake. Then ahankara is exposed. When you hide it, you complicate your problem. Are you getting that? When you hide it, you made a mistake. That is why other people don't know it. and you know it. That is why persecution comes inside. Must. So ahankara, so what he says, vismriti, you forget yourself. Vikshepayati dhidoshai, and therefore when does the ahankara is thus suffering, vikshepayati dhidoshai, so many projections will come. You forget yourself, you go on blaming everybody else for your unhappiness in life now. What can I do? He only made me angry. Listen carefully. This is how the ignorant man's logic. I was by myself. That fellow comes and tells me like that. What shall I do? So, problem is, the other person told, you never think that I reacted. You without reacting, can you handle the situation? This is the problem. This is the challenge. Are you getting it? This is the challenge. Can you handle a situation without yourself completely going out of bends or reacting heavily? Because people will make mistakes. You are going in the traveling on the road. You are keeping to your left side. Suddenly another person comes from their left side to your side, in front of it. Now what will you do? Can you say, what is that? Can you, at that moment, should you say, he should not do it, or he has already done it, let us see what we can do about it? Are you getting that? When a person has already come in, if you say, he should not have done it, are you nuts? It's like when a person has already come home, you ask him, why did you come? He has already come. Give him one cup of coffee happily and say, get lost, quietly. The fellow has already come. Why are you asking him, why should you come? He has already come. If he has not come, tell him, please don't come. Please don't come. That is a point. But when I already come, give the list. Okay, you don't have to give him a royal reception. Give him a cup of coffee. Nice, thank you. I have to go now. Please go. He is happy, you are happy. But people do that. Why did you come? And the way they will be hanging around, this fellow will be feeling neglected, unwanted, miserable. Then he say, oh boy, why did I come here? You know, understand. When a person has committed already a mistake, you are now continuously acting out of reaction. What is that? That he should not have come. Therefore, unwanted. Somebody has already spoken you something. You tell, hey, you are a rogue, you are a rascal. He has already told. He should not have told. He has already told. What is it he should not have told? It's like telling you should not have rained. It has rained, cultivate. It has rained, drain the water out. Are you getting that? It has already rained. What is the idea of it should not have rained? What is it should not have rained? Most people waste their time and life like this. It should not have been like this, it should not have been. It has already been like that. Handle the situation as it is. Vyatha, that is how come dukkham. Why? What all things should not have been. My expectations did not fit in. Therefore, you go on being miserable in life. Totally losing sight of what? Your own nature. You forget your home ground, consciousness, absolute happiness that you are. Continuously thinking about other things. Like, gives an example. Yosha jaramiva priya. Yosha, a woman, or a man, you can say that. Nowadays you should not say only woman. Yosha jaramiva means a woman who has a secret lover. As the men don't have a secret lover. But all the time it was only women they will talk about. If a woman has a secret lover, how that lover can be secret if he is not also secretive? If a woman has a secret lover, that fellow also must be lover of somebody, no? So why only woman talking about? But that is how it was. Now you understand it is situation. If you have a secret love, man or woman doesn't matter. You have a secret love away from your official loves. Jara. Jara means, that's what. Jara means a stepney. It's stepney. Stepney means the second one. One night, we were driving. We were coming back. Me and another person. There was a program. 11 o'clock night, we are returning. And suddenly, the highway flat. And that country is full of crime. Anytime, anybody can catch up and all up like that. Hoisho. And we have parked the car, removing the tire, both of us, me and another person. Anyway, let us see, there is nothing. Anyway, Swami, there will be little protection is there with this cloth. Usually people don't touch you. So suddenly one car is stopping. With, oh my God, hey, what is going on? Anyway, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it. Before that fellow comes at hi, we have to greet him because suppose he is coming for a bad intention, at least he will cool down. Hello. I was doing that also in fancy cloth. So he comes down and says, hey, what happened? In a very good mood. And he came and said, oh, this, flat tire. The person came, he fixed the whole thing, big fellow. Fixed up. In 5 minutes, fixed it up and he said, so folks, good night, have a great night. I said, oh, thank you so much for helping. Hey man, he tells in that language, hey man, you don't know. I'm coming from my stepney. He was in a good mood because he had gone to his secret lover. So he was in such a good mood, he helped us out and walked away. We were happy, we were laughing. Next day I told it in the class. So when you have a secret lover, a man or woman, you are at home, but you are always thinking about him, you are always thinking about her. So home is neglected, always outside, same thing. Ahankar found its secret love in the outside world, forgets the original home ground awareness. Himself is source of happiness, completely forgotten. Now looking for happiness in the external world. That is where people try to fix up everything. House must be kept, that must be, this must be, that must be. As a result, you are always miserable. Therefore, be on the home ground. Be happy with yourself. Or else, like ignorant man, if you depend upon so many things for your happiness, anything, anywhere happens will make you miserable. Therefore, you can be always miserable. For the ignorant, for the wise man, that stage has gone. And he has found himself. And his only unhappiness will be forgetting himself and not losing or gaining things. Are you getting that? Is only be gaining, losing is now he knows comfort, discomfort. That's not happiness or unhappiness. Now losing sight of himself is unhappiness. Therefore, you never lose sight of yourself. Close your eyes.